like she does. Ooh, she does. Yes, she does.
Make a quick little update on this 2013 Kia Altima that we got. If you remember, we changed the front. There was no face at all on this car, so all this stuff is new basically. Open the hood up. So if you remember, we put the fans in, the radiator condenser. This was basically all gone, the whole front. We put in the new radiator support, the new front bumper reinforcement, new grille, new headlights, new front bumper, and everything lined up perfectly. So it was it was awesome. Everything lined up. We didn't have to mess with anything. That's what it looks like now in the front. Everything all buttoned up. Yeah, we put a new hood on that one too. Take a look at that. We picked up this 2013 Chrysler 200. I forgot to take a before video, but here's what the after looks like. The fender was messed up, the door was messed up, and it actually was not drivable when we first got it. Actually, it was drivable, but the wheel was messed up. So put a new knee in it. This is a new fender, a new door. We actually were able to find a door and fender that were the same color. Check it out. So just got to put in the tire, put in the fender liner, and that one will be done. So we picked up one. I've never done a car that's been on fire before, but this is the first one. It's a 2015 Altima. We just bought it from the pictures, so we're kind of worried about what was actually on fire, and worried about maybe it's smelling bad inside. We gotta be careful for that if it's a burn car. But when we check the pictures underneath the hood, find the latch here. It doesn't look too bad, as you can see. Look at the hood itself. Like, the fire wasn't underneath the hood, but it was more like the car ran into something that was on fire. So we were kind of worried about the wiring harness getting burnt up. We're worried about maybe the parts of the radiator can be plastic. Worried about that melting and getting messed up. We haven't taken the car inside yet, but things seem to be intact. The condenser looks great. All this stuff is melted, the Nissan emblem and everything. Even the bumper, the absorber, looks like it didn't get melted too bad. Obviously you're gonna have to need a new bumper, grill, and the headlights are melted, you can see in the fire. So we have new headlights coming. We found a hood that was the same color that's coming in, and then we're gonna have to take it inside and check the wiring to make sure everything with the wiring is okay. We might have to put a new harness, engine harness, which we found a few on eBay before we purchased for like a couple $100. So that's just time and a little bit of money. What's that? The nice thing about this is that everything is gonna line up. Once we put the hood on, you don't have to worry about lining anything up. We just take the parts off, put them on, and we'll be good to go. And if you look at the inside, no airbags blown. It doesn't stink. It's really clean. Only 24,000 miles, something like that. So this should be, another fairly easy one. We got that 2015 Altima in the shop now, and went ahead and took off the bumper, but I put it back on so you guys could see what it looked like and what it looks like when a bumper's on, when a bumper's off. And we were checking out to see what kind of damage it is and what parts that we need to order. Obviously we need a front cover, we need a grille, we need the emblems melted. We already have the headlights coming in, but we want to look and see what is melted underneath here, what we're gonna get, because we don't really know until we take stuff off. So I already unhooked everything, and just pull it off. Here we go. So the good thing right away is that it looks like there's not a lot of wiring up here that was damaged. So these are the horns, obviously, and the wiring for the horns looks like we're gonna have to run new wiring, because I mean the wiring's here, the horns still work. I checked inside, but the whole coating or whatever, this is all exposed wire, so we definitely don't want that. So we'll have to cut this back until we find some solid wiring, and then put new wiring, get new horns. These are melted, but they still work, but I don't know, it doesn't seem right to just keep these horns. So I'll try to find some horns. And then we have here the bumper reinforcement, not the bumper reinforcement, but the absorber, and this looks like it's in decent shape. Doesn't look too melted or anything, or it doesn't look melted at all, to be honest with you. It looks good. So this will go here, and then we'll put on the new bumper. Let's see here. There you go. So we're gonna have to fix the wiring, get the horns. Let's see here. This is the headlight that was melted. So the headlight melted, but like the body looks all good, so probably not gonna mess too much with that. We go underneath. I unhooked the fog light wiring. This wiring looks good, so we don't have to mess with that. The fire looked like it was higher above on the car. Go to this side, check this out. And the wiring on this side also looks good. So it's kind of funny. So like the headlights melted, but then this plastic is totally solid. The plastic from the radiator support is solid, so we're not gonna have to mess with that. One thing to look at when you're picking stuff up is if you have a bumper, if you can salvage the fog lights. So this one, we're gonna be able to salvage the fog lights on both sides because they're good. So we'll just get the new bumper, the new grille and emblem, and we'll take these fog lights out and transfer them over. So it's a little update on this one. Yeah, I'll let you guys know as things progress.